to Mr. Fast.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This question is directed to the Minister of Foreign Affairs. On March 28th, he personally tweeted out a thank you to the People's Republic of China for donating PPEs to Canada. This tweet happened within 3 hours of China announcing that gift. Now, as it turned out, many of these PPEs were defective and could not be used. More recently, Taiwan donated 500,000 surgical masks to Canada. And yet here we are, 2 weeks later, and the minister has yet to personally thank Taiwan for its generosity. Will the minister now thank this free and democratic country for its generous gift to Canadians?
The Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, I'd like to thank my colleague for the question. Indeed, we are very grateful to every nation for helping Canada. This is a global pandemic which knows no border. We have been expressing our thanks to many nations who have contributed. We will continue to do so. It is important at a time of pandemic, Mr. Speaker, that we don't play politics, that humanity comes together. I can say to my COVID foreign minister's call, the world community has come together to make sure that we would make sure that supply chain would remain intact, that we would have transit hub, that we would have air bridges. And we will continue, Mr. Speaker, to work with every nation when it comes to health. This is a public good that we want to work together with.
We'll go back to Mr. Fast now.
Well, Mr. Speaker, I didn't hear a thank you there, so I'm going to try again. On May 4th, the government of Taiwan delivered 25,000 surgical masks to the government of British Columbia. On hand were BC's Minister of Citizen Services, Ann Kang, and Minister of State for Childcare, Katrina Chen, who, as ministers, officially thanked the government of Taiwan for its donation. Again, will the minister now do the right thing and, on behalf of Canadians, recognize the generosity of Taiwan and thank its government for that timely donation?
The Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, as I said to you before, Canada is grateful to all who have given supplies to Canada. This is a common endeavor. We are thankful. We are grateful to every nation. We will continue to do so. Like I said, when it comes to global health, when it comes to helping each other, I think it is a duty for all to come together. And we are grateful and thankful for all those who have agreed to help Canada and Canadians from coast to coast to coast in times of need. And I've repeated that, and I've said that many times in many fora, Mr. Speaker, that we are grateful and thankful to all of those who are helping Canada.
Mr. Fast.
Well, no specific thank you to Taiwan again. The government of Taiwan has been the world leader in successfully fighting the COVID-19 pandemic, and we have a lot to learn from them and their response. Sadly, the People's Republic of China continues to oppose Taiwan's membership in the World Health Organization. Will the minister now do the right thing and assure Canadians that he will fully support efforts to grant Taiwan membership in the World Health Organization?
The Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, I'd like to thank the member. As a former trade minister, he's very well aware of Canada's One China policy. That being said, Mr. Speaker, we support Taiwan continued meaningful participation in international multilateral forum, particularly when it comes to health, Mr. Speaker. This is a global good, and we want to support every nation, and we recognize that Taiwan and others have been doing very well in fighting this pandemic. We also believe that Taiwan's role as an observer in the World Health Assembly meeting is of interest to the international health community, and we have
We'll now go back to Mr. Fast.
Thank you. I'm going to pivot to repatriation flights. The minister has publicly said that over 20,000 stranded Canadians have been repatriated from abroad. Can he tell us exactly how many Canadians remain abroad that have expressed their desire to be repatriated?
The Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, I'm very happy to update members that as of today, we have repatriated more than 20,000 Canadians on 232 flights from 87 countries. And I would say this is Team Canada, Mr. Speaker. It knows no parties. Every member, or many members, I should say, have written to me to make sure that we take care. It's not an exact science. We have, like I said, repatriated thousands and thousands. We continue because we know there's still pockets of travelers, of Canadian travelers, which are stranded abroad. And as the Prime Minister and I have said from the beginning, We will use our best effort to repatriate everyone that wants to come back
We'll
home
go
during
on
the
to
crisis.
Mr. Moore now. Mr. Moore.